Baby Bus!
Hello, and welcome back to Baby Bus Bedtime Stories. Kids, what did you do to brighten your day? All right, let's lie down, tuck in, make ourselves comfortable, and prepare for today's story. It's another fantastic story written just for you. Good night, forgetful little Dino. It's time for bed. Little Dino tucked himself in and was ready to sleep through the night. As soon as little Dino closed his eyes, he sensed something was wrong. He seemed to have forgotten one thing he did every day before he went to bed. He wouldn't be able to sleep soundly if he couldn't think of what it was. So what was it? Puzzled, little Dino spread out his fingers to count things off.
I've brushed my teeth, washed my face, and put on pajamas. This is so weird. What on earth haven't I done? Aha! Maybe Papa and Mama know it.
Little Dino crawled out of bed and pitter-pattered into the living room, where Papa Dino was reading a book. Ah, have you forgotten your bedtime stories, little Dino? Whoosh! Little Dino ran straight into the arms of Papa Dino and said sweetly,
Papa! Tell me a bedtime story.
A bedtime story? Well, let me see.
Papa Dino scratched his head for a long time and then said,
I've got one. Now, once upon a time, there was a sleepless little dinosaur. He looked up. Yes, he looked up at the moon.
Then the little dinosaur, whiz, jumped to the moon.
Little Dino fidgeted and couldn't help but interject.
Well, all right, good one. The little dinosaur jumped up to the moon and had a great time there. Then the little dinosaur, he felt homesick. Yeah, homesick, so
So the little dinosaur put on his Superman cape and moved the moon back home. I'm Super Dinosaur!
Once again, little Dino interrupted his father and hopped excitedly onto the couch. He held his tail high in a Super Dinosaur pose.
Well, all right. That's the story of Super Dinosaur.
Papa Dino patiently lifted little Dino and took him back to his small bedroom.
Well, Super Dinosaur, now it's time to go to bed.
Okay. Good night, Papa.
Good night, my dear.
Good night, little Dino. Oh, why are you still awake, little Dino?
It didn't work. I still feel like I forgot to do something.
What on earth was it, little Dino? Little Dino tossed and turned on the bed in puzzlement and frustration. He scratched his head and rubbed his cheek. Wait, that's it, the cheek. He finally remembered what it was. Little Dino crawled out of bed and tat, 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 ran into Papa Dino and Mama Dino's bedroom.
Sweetheart, what's wrong?
There's still one very important thing I have left to do.
Little Dino cried out proudly. Then, he nuzzled his parents.
Good night, Papa and Mama.
Aha! Goodnight kisses are what he'd forgotten all along. Papa Dino and Mama Dino nuzzled little Dino's cheek. Good night, my dear. Satisfied, little Dino went back to bed and tucked himself in. This time, he soon fell asleep. Good night, little Dino. Good night, friends. That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Little ones, you matter to me. Good night and sleep tight.